Hey everybody, I just wanted to share the online website Desmos that can be used in math for both remote learning and kind of in class with students. What you'll end up doing there is once you log into kind of the website, you'll see this set up here. You can actually have activities that you use either just as one-off, where the students just log in using a code, but they've added this in the last little bit here where you can add an entire class. You can import it from Google Classroom, or you can just get the kids to sign up. So this is my test class one. And I can give the kids kind of the class code. Hey students, I can put this link in, or I can put the link down here into my Google Classroom and get the kids to sign up. And what it will allow me to do, the nice thing about Desmos is the kids can do activities and I can actually see kind of what they're working on. So for instance, let me show you. There's a lot of different activities. They're put into different categories, different concepts. Let's find a good one here. The card sorts are usually easy ones to kind of start with and take a look on this. So I can preview the activities. I can see kind of what the students are going to see. And let's take a look at this one. Consider the system of linear equations shown. Drag the point to show its solution. Explain your thinking. So I can actually have my students kind of move where the solution to this is. They can write it out. And in real time, I can see these responses. I can kind of keep an eye on the responses of the class as they're doing this. So the students are working through the problems. They're putting in their answers. Excuse me. And I'm seeing live what the different solutions are. Sketch a system of two linear equations whose solution is -1, 3. So I can go -1, 1, 2, 3 up here. So I can draw, right? And I can take a look at that from the student perspective. So this is kind of what the students would see through that, okay? We can put these into different categories, so pair each group with its solution. So what do we have here? Leave the rest of unordered pairs unsorted. So there's no solution for this one. There's, what is this? 5 and -2 by the looks of things. So the students can work through these problems, kind of try to figure out what the solutions are. This is a card sort activity. Lots of different activities that we can work through. You can get them to explain, so you can see they can draw, they can move stuff around, and you get to see kind of all this in real time. So once you've set up an activity and you get the students to log in, they'll see something like this under their class code. Okay, and once they've kind of logged in, once they can, they'll have that saved as that student Desmos, and they'll have all the 8 different activities for their class. So they can hit start. You can put in their name, and they'll get the activity that you have kind of up there ready to go. Okay, so they can start working through, okay, which ones are a function, which ones are not a function. And you can either do this in real time, or you can set this as an activity for something for them to do on their own. So the student completes the activity, and let's take a look at what it looks like on your screen. So I can go back to my class, I can view activity history, I can see right now I've only got the one activity up. I can click on this, and this is the whole kind of teacher dashboard here. So if I look at that first one, I've got one student kind of on that page. I can take a look at what their work was. I can show the answer key for myself. I want to see, okay, how are they doing with that? Okay, it looks like they got that one all correct. I can see that's my summary one. I can see individual responses if I want to go to each question and kind of get, okay, what did they get for each one. I can select pacing. I can make it anonymous so it doesn't track their names. I can right now like restrict them, so everybody, if we're doing this remote learning, everybody's on this slide right now, and I want to see kind of the where they get their answers into for each one of these. Then I can move it to, okay, everybody's on this one. Everybody's on this one. I can kind of control, as it says there, the pacing up for these activities. Or if I don't want to do that, I can stop and I can say, okay, you're doing these 4, and I'm just going to give kind of feedback. I'm going to watch through on that. I can take a look. Okay, this is what the students see. This is their window for each one of these. So if I'm going through with them, I can quickly flip between that teacher and student view. So up here is which view you're looking at. So it is a pretty kind of powerful tool if you're doing some distance ed and you want to be able to see what the kids are working on at the time. You want them in an interactive way; they can give some feedback to you, and that can look pretty cool on this. Let me show you one more here. So this is the last thing I wanted to show you, where if you had a number of students, right? Like say I had my whole class and I had that question where it was asking to draw the solution for the system of equations, what would it look like for each person? I can quickly see what they are going to be. I could overlay them, but it depends if I told them to draw different colors or anything. I could see, okay, does everybody kind of getting the idea here? But it's a nice visual way that I can see all the different solutions very quickly, see if they're on the page, see if somebody's having trouble. With that, if I wanted to, I could do things like I could snapshot students from here. I could go to my snapshots, I could bring it in, and then I could present that information as well and go, okay, we had this in one of our answers, right? For that, why would this not be correct? And I could bring it up for a particular snapshot of some student work, or what do you notice about this, something like that, very, very quickly. So really powerful tool to use for kind of interactive math lessons that you may want to take a look at. Perfect. Thank you. Send if you got any more questions or you got anything to add, let me know.